right. Well, I'm excited to have Tara here today, and
Thank
just
you.
just a quick conversation. The reason why I love you so much is I just love your smile. I mean, when you smile, you create energy. I really believe, that's who you are.
Yeah.
You like to laugh.
Yeah.
You like to have a good time, and more importantly, you care about people.
Yes.
Yeah. So you've been here how long?
I've been here for 7 years, and I've been a realtor for 8.
So been here for 7, realtor for 8.
Yeah.
So, and in sales for how long?
I've been in sales for over 15 years.
So over 15 years.
Yes.
So when you decided to make that transition from somewhere else to here, what caused you to make that transition?
I think for me, I wanted to get in real estate because I wanted to feel like I was making an impact on somebody's life.
Okay.
For a lot of other sales positions I've had, it was kind of just a number. And, when I decided to get into real estate, I quickly learned that, you're vastly impacting somebody's life when you help them through a real estate transaction.
Right. Absolutely. And then you decided to join our group.
Yes.
Was there something that caused you to come on board, or what have you enjoyed about working for us for 7 years? Because we're excited to have you.
Well, I remember, I first started, I was at a previous company, and one of the lenders that I was working with was like, hey, what are you kind of doing? And, basically recommended me here because we do have, the best and the brightest tools that we use. I'm so glad that I came, and, there's nothing better, as you know, than a referral.
Yeah, well, you get a ton of referrals.
Yes.
And that's one thing that after somebody works with Tara, you always get business.
Thank you.
And that says a lot about yourself. So when you say there's tools and things that you like here, what are some of the things that you really love about what we're doing here?
I feel like we do things differently at Century 21 Signature Properties. We don't just go through the motions with a real estate transaction. When we start working with a buyer or a seller, we sit down, we have a consultation with them. We get to know who they are, what they're looking for, what their goals are. We provide, extensive marketing research of how we're going to sell their property. The way that we sell is different from the way other people sell. We're constantly having meetings, 2 or 3 times a week, basically masterminding to make everybody better as a team. And, everything is just great.
Well, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
So we do spend a lot of time with training. We do spend a lot of time in sales. Now you come from a sales background.
Yes.
So prior to this, you did what?
Prior to this, I did pharmaceutical sales and medical device sales.
Okay. And how does sales correlate from there to here to real estate? Is there much of a difference?
There is a difference. There's a difference in, cold calling. There's a difference in, the product that we're selling, the sales transaction, the sales process. You're more hands-on as a realtor. You basically essentially are able to create your own schedule. And that's one of the reasons why I love being a realtor, is to have a flexible schedule.
It's a flexible schedule, but she's a killer. She works your butt off. She's the first one here, when we have our meetings. She's always asking some really smart questions, because what we find in real estate is, those who are asking are learning. Those who want to get uncomfortable eventually move from uncomfortable to comfortable, and it just becomes a new uncomfortable again. And that's the thing, that you're not afraid to get uncomfortable.
Right. I like to door knock, and so
you door knocked in what happened?
Carverton Road.
yeah, and you sold that,
yeah.
right?
I was driving past. I go to spin class quite often during the week, and I was driving past this house, and each day as I was driving past the house, a sign was getting bigger that said "For sale by owner." And it got to a point where the person almost made a billboard that said, "For sale by owner, come inside to buy this house." And I'm like, as a realtor, I just have to go inside. Yeah. So basically, my client was thinking about moving. He had a major life change that happened. He was thinking about moving to North Carolina. He had interviewed several other agents. One of the things that he told me, that the reason why he hired me is because I was very charismatic. He thought that I could sell the property when he interviewed me, and I made him feel the most comfortable. So that's one of the things that's, super important to me. We listed it within a week, and it sold. And now he is in North Carolina, moving on with his life on the beach. And I also helped him sell his property down there. Buy.
Well, one of the things whenever you work with somebody, you just have the guts to go up there and talk to somebody that you don't know, is that person looks at you a little bit differently. They go, my God, this person's not afraid. And I think that's what's great about you. You bring a smile and a work ethic to get the job done.
Thank you.
So you're originally from where?
I'm originally from Shavertown area.
Okay. And you lived here how long?
I lived here basically most of my life. I went to school. I have my master's degree from Philadelphia University. I ended up moving to Florida for a few years, and then I missed home and I wanted to get into real estate, so I decided to go back to my home roots.
All right. Well, we're super glad to have you. So in terms of transaction-wise, what's a great goal for next year for yourself? How many transactions do you see yourself doing, Tara?
I would like to have at least 30 transactions next year.
That will become a breeze. You'll probably have that by July.
Yeah.
So we're excited to have you.
Thank you.
And big things are going to happen.
Yeah.
And you know what? One of the great things about having folks like yourself is it allows the manager, myself, Ron, and Janine, to come in and just help someone else like yourself. And when you succeed, it just brings a smile to all our faces. So congratulations for a great year, and we expect big things.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.